When we talk about oil sampling techniques, there's three common ways that we do an oil sample. Often the first one is people would become familiar with a midstream sample. So the idea is that you would drain the drain plug, allow the initial oil to start to drain, open up the cap of your bottle, catch that in the stream of oil, close off the bottle, and now you have your oil sample. So you'd fill up the 4 ounces up to the mark here, and you'd be able to send that in for a proper sample. So it's important that we still fill the bottle all the way up to the top line there so that they have enough oil or enough fluid, if you're doing just a simple coolant sample, enough fluid to be able to repeat the tests. The second way, and it's a little bit better in that you can get oil from the center of the cavity, would be to use a pump, a vacuum pump. So you get a roll of this clear hose and you'd cut off a new section of the hose, and you're able to actually fish this down through the dipstick hole or through the filler cap and be able to get this hose down into the oil level. And then what you would do is basically create a vacuum or a low pressure area by drawing or creating a vacuum in the bottle here. And this bottle is not your sample bottle, but is simply a part of your tool. And so what you're going to do is flush the line until you get some oil or some fluid into the glass bottle. And then at that point, you would dump this out, and that would be the end of that tool. And you would grab your bottle, and you would connect your bottle, thread it on, and you would be able to draw your sample again. And once you drew that sample, you would again fill the bottle up to the line. Then you'd be able to remove your bottle, put your cap on right away, keeping the cap and the bottle nice and clean, and then you can submit and send your sample off. The third and final way of doing a sample, there may be other ones, but the third common one is to do a live sample. So then you would have a fitting in your fluid system, and the benefit of this is that you're often getting the sample while it's live, the system is running. You're getting the real oil that's actually running through the system, and you're able to test how well your filter system is working as well. And so then you would have a small brass fitting like this that fits over top of what looks like a pressure tap, except the pressure tap's got a hole in the center of it. And so then you basically fit this over top while it's running. And once again, you start with a new piece of clear hose. You allow the fluid to flush through the hose, and you run an extra bottle, some form of a container, so you're allowing the line to be flushed out. And then you open up your bottle, you fill the bottle with your live sample until you fill up to the line 4 ounces. Put the cap on, keeping the cap and the bottle nice and clean and preventing any of your contamination from silicon. So a silica sample or a dirt contaminated sample.